Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome to Train Simulator Classic. Today we're in 150-131 in these delightful first Great Western colours up in the city of York. We're going to be operating a Northern Rail service. Oh, hang on, I'm scrolling my blinds the wrong way there. I've been told to scroll them round to Halifax, so let's scroll them round to Halifax, partly because it doesn't have Huddersfield in the system, but also for another reason. Just bear with me. Sorry, we'll get there eventually. Halifax, there we go. Oh no, hang on, that's Bolton. There we go, Halifax. Let's just pop a bit of lighting on. There we go. We'll pop the doors open, and hey, there we go. Right, we're ready for battle stations. Let's have a nice little photo there. Great Western, lovely. Oh, brilliant stuff. Yes. So, hang on a second. Let's. Oh, hang on. Whoa, hang on. Why are my doors open? Oh, they're meant to be opened. Do you know what? It's not a good day so far, is it? I thought they were open off the platform. So, here we go. 2 Whiskey 19, 13:15, York to Huddersfield. It's a scenario by Magic Toad. Set up your cabin and wait. They're ready to start from the guard. As this isn't the most direct route to Huddersfield, make sure you change your roller blind to show Halifax, which we've done. We are on 2 Whiskey 19. We'll be calling at York. Well, we kind of can do that already. Departing at 1:15, we're then going forward to call at Church Fenton, Micklefield, East Garth, Crossgates, and finally Leeds. This is, of course, the Harrogate Loop line that we're driving on today, and we're driving a stop-in service. Now, you might be thinking, well, which way does it go if it's not the most direct route? You know, because there's I thought there was only one route, Joe. Well, actually, as it happens, there's a few different routes. So, obviously, the Transpennine services go where we're going, down through Garth to Leeds, and then they go via Dewsbury, don't they? Whereas this one will branch off and go through Bramley, New Pudsey, Bradford Interchange, Halifax, Brighouse, and rejoin the Transpennine route, and just before Deaton, and pop into Huddersfield that way. So it does actually take quite a bit longer, which is obviously why we would have Halifax on the front rather than Huddersfield, because people might think that they're getting on a Transpennine service, and that's not what we want. Now, there is a link to this scenario, he says. I don't actually know if Magic Toad's put this on his website, but there's a link in the description to where you can get the route from. There's also a link in the description. Oh, hang on, is there a pacer going? Oh, look, 144 over there. Oh, I love a 144. I think he is going, isn't he? Is he like a train to Hull or something? Off he goes. Guy's not hanging about, is he? Let's have a look. Have we got the instrument lights on? There we go. We'll pop them on. There's no tunnels, of course, on this route, but we'll have the instrument lights on anyway, just in case. You never know, do you, really? Now, this is the Armstrong Powerhouse Enhanced. Oh, somebody's off. That sounds like an HST. Is it just ambient sounds, that, I wonder? I don't know. Maybe there is an HST. Should we have a look around? What's through this wall? Nothing. Nope. No HST. Oh, it must just be ambient. There's a 142 over here. Are they route learning Scarborough for when Northern take the... Oh, excuse me. You can't walk there, love. Excuse me. Yeah, they must be station ambient sounds, mustn't they? Because I can hear an HST, but I can't see one. Very, very, very bizarre. Now, we've got the green signal by the looks of things. It's a little bit difficult to see here. We've got an off indicator, though, so that's good. There we go. We'll take the doodah off, the DRA. Oh. Oh, platform 5 for something to London King's Cross only. That'd be absolutely brilliant if he timed some sort of thing to come in at this point. You know, if an HST came whizzing past me now. London King's Cross only. Oh, I'd like to, you know, I'd like to go on another HST down there. It's a long time ago, isn't it, since they've gone? I still can't believe they've gone. Absolutely gutted. I wasn't that bothered, but now that it's like Satsumas everywhere, I'm a little bit like, oh, that's a shame. Oh, hang on, it's time to go. Right, look lively. Doors are shut. Right, we're off. Possibly. Yay, there we go. Oh, hang on, take your step one off, Joe, for goodness sake. Not doing well so far, are we? Yeah, so we've got 10.59 miles to Church Fenton. It's quite a way away, is our first stop, but we've got 15 minutes to do it in. The estimated time of arrival is past. Well, we can easily do that. We are also using version 2.1 of the Harrogate Loop. I think the scenario was created with version 2.2 in mind, so there might just be a few little like weird things that will crop up. But don't worry about that, because obviously if you've got 2.2 it'll work better. One thing for me was like the level crossing barriers, where instead of at the side they were in the middle of the line. It was a little bit weird. There we go. Oh, look at that. We're gonna have some windows down there. Lovely. DKS is off in the cab. That's a good job. Can't really accelerate, can we? Because we've there we go, round the corner. Hopefully we won't catch that 144. I think he's gone out on the left-hand lines, hasn't he? There we go. Oh, there's a Transpennine Express 185 coming the other way. Lovely. Right, go on. Full steam ahead. I wonder where he's going to... I don't know, actually. Should we have a look? What does he say on the front? Oh, it's a Newcastle service. That must be a bit late, then. I don't think there was a 13:16 into York. Oh, the 18 minutes past, sorry. Is there an 18 minutes past northbound? No. No, there used to be an 8 minutes past northbound, because that left Leeds at 42, didn't it? Or 44. And then there were there 52 Newcastle that got it? Oh yeah, it'll be that one, won't it? It'll be the 52 from Leeds. Ignore me, then he's not late. 155 passengers on the left then, the new Northern livery. There's, it's such a... I mean, this 2018 timetable, if I remember rightly, was quite a turbulent timetable. It's going to stick in a lot of people's minds for a lot of years to come, actually. It was there was a lot of problems with a lot of different operators. The 2018 timetable, I think they just tried to do a little bit too much too soon, and it just kind of all fell apart. It was a bit of a problem. It's a lot more stable now. A lot more stable now. Obviously, you just hear all the political things on the news, don't you? But yeah, it's definitely better. Better than it was in 2018. Christ alive. So we're on the Leeds main line, the York main line. We're on the main line. You've got these two lines on the left-hand side there. That's what your East Coast main line stuff would use, because of course they go off to London very shortly at Colton Junction. Got the Tesco's on the left there with an Arriva bus outside for some reason. Maybe they've run out of park and ride vehicles. Arriva presidents have had to step in. Who knows? But yeah, ooh, what's this coming? Is this a... oh, it's a Grand Central 180. Lovely. Surprised the game's not crashed. It usually does with 180s, doesn't it? There it is. And of course that'll have come up from Doncaster as well, from London King's Cross. On a Sunderland service, no less. Alright, 75 mile an hour. We'll have a little coast, because we're not in a rush, are we? So we'll just coast along. Might coast down to 70 and then throttle back up. We'll just kind of coast down to 70, throttle up to 75, coast down to 70, throttle up to 75 until we get to Church Fenton. We may as well, haven't we? It does feel very slow down here, it has to be said. There we go, we'll throttle back up. Of course, we've got this lovely Great Western passenger view. If you remember, the reason that this is in the Great Western colours is because there was a bunch of them that transferred from Great Western up to Northern not too many years ago. Meaning that Northern now holds all the 150-1s, I believe, in the country. There we go, we'll just knock it back to coasting again. So we've got Colton North Junction coming up here, which is of course the junction. It's some crossovers just north of Colton Junction. Who'd have thought? You'll see in just a moment. You can obviously go over, so you can come out of York on these lines and then cross over to go down towards Doncaster that way. It's where the overhead wires are actually going to leave us as well. Now, at this moment in time, they are putting some new wires up, so maybe in a future update of this route, you will see the new stanchions, the new wires going in. I don't know if they're wiring all the way to Leeds. I know they're wiring to Church Fenton at least. I don't know if the plan is so that the Hitachi, the Trans-Pennine Express Hitachi 802s can run on electric for a little bit further. I don't know. I know obviously with the big buy modes, they're going to switch around as they see fit. There you go. You see just off to the left there. That's your East Coast Main Line branch towards London now. And just after it, this is where we lose our fizzy knitting. And the ground texture's changed for some reason. Lord only knows why. Bit of signalling there. You've got a bridge if you're a train spotter. Here is where you want to be, up on this bridge, because you've got the best of both worlds. There's a car park there. Oh look, give him a wave. I think there's somebody there. I do like the 150. It's such a basic unit, isn't it? But it does the job. And I think that's, you know, it's a great unit. There's no frills. It just, you know, it gets people on, gets them off again, and, you know, gets them where they need to go. There's a lot of people that don't like 150s. I'm not too sure why. Do you know what we might do while we're here? We'll just disable the driver vigilance for a second, and we'll have a photograph. There we go, that'll do. Have a bit more throttle. Oh, are we approaching Ullerskelf station on the left hand side there? I think we might just be. Of course, Ullerskelf just having a station, or just having platforms on the two lines on the left hand side. That's not Ullerskelf, it's further down. Further round. Ooh, what's this coming the other way? Is this a Voyager? It is! Lovely. Give him a little wave. Oh, he's not going very fast, is he? Is he behind the stopping service, I wonder? There's a red signal on the left. We must be catching that 144. Ah, here we go. Here's Ullerskelf, is it? Ah, yeah, there it is. I knew there was a bridge over it. Just got the wrong one. Well, now my kind of competitive nature's kicked in. I want to overtake it. Really, really well timed that it's got us coming past just as that's leaving. That's fantastic. Look at that! Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I love it. It's jumping about a bit on the line, isn't it? Heck, there's no driver. Driverless train alert. Good lord. It's not what we need, is it? Oh, look at that. That'd be a nice picture, but we're going to jump back in the cab for obvious reasons, because we need to do a bit of slowing down soon. We'll just leave it on notch 1. Just slowly come down. Because there's no rush, is there? I mean, we're due in at 26 now, so we're going to be a little bit early. Go. Fenton North Junction there, where you can cross over from the slows onto the main line here. I bet that 144 is going to come whizzing past us again. Or maybe he's not. Oh, he is. I can hear him. There he is. Flipping heck. He's stopping there, love. He's proper throwing his anchors out at 185 going the other way. This is what I like about Magic Toad scenarios. There's always plenty to see. Flipping heck. Look at him. He's coming in with some haste, that chap. Good lord. Of course, I can drive quicker. You know, you've seen me driving before. I am capable of driving quicker, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of point, does there? Because we're just arriving early anyway. Oh. Doors are open. Flipping heck, if I could hear that from here, I wonder how loud it was on the platform. There we go, right, we'll just pop it in neutral as well. Lovely! Oh, splendid. Have you got your headlights on? Oh, he's not got his headlights on. What on earth is happening with this set here? I would like them to do a 144 Enhancement Pack. I'd love for them to do a 144 Enhancement Pack. Well, 143 and 144. I just don't think we've got a properly decent pacer, have we? Like a really, really good one that you can just drive for ages and ages and ages. That's another great shot, isn't it? Oh, look at that. And it's even got the 144 in the background. So I wonder if his lights just stay off until he starts moving again. I'm assuming he's moving again. Oh, there we go. Lights are back on. He's just saving the bulbs, isn't he, that chap? I used to love working these back in the day. I used to really, really like these 144s. Fantastic units that really summed up how the North's railways are. Dear, oh dear me. Right, well, I'll be back in a little bit then, because we've got a little bit of time to kill, so I'm going to skip forward. And, yeah, I mean, the signals are set for something to come past, as I think I know what that might be. But, yeah, I'll be back in just a few moments. Right, well, I don't really know what happened, to tell you the truth, but I was expecting a 185 to come past us, but for some reason the 185 didn't actually spawn in and just some bogies came past us, which is really weird, because we've seen a 185 already today, and I don't think it was any livery that we've not already got, because they all come with it, don't they? Oh, I've not put my DRA on, flipping heck. That's no good. Yes, I don't really know what happened there, but hey-ho, we'll carry on, because I was going to jump to this view, and, you know, we could see it go past, but it didn't. Weird, weird. Right, away we go, on with the show. So we're down at Church Fenton. We're carrying on now to a place called Micklefield. All stop service, don't forget this one. Right, so 15 mile an hour coming out of here. I can't believe it's so slow. There we go, we'll just knock back the throttle a bit. And just, there we go, 15, lovely. Just take it nice and steady. Yeah, it does seem really weird, doesn't it? 15 out of here, yet that line over there is 70. Is it 70? Is it 75? It's one of the two. I think it's 70. Yeah, because we join it and go to 70, so like, you'd think that they could at least manage 40 out of here, wouldn't you? So you could just be continually accelerating. It'd get you out of the way of the express stuff quicker. There we go, over the level crossing. Ooh, thrash. Open the taps up. There we go, there's a 185 there. So I don't know quite what happened to the one that went past us. It does seem really weird because I very rarely drive this route on a stopping service. I usually just drive an express train that's York next stop Leeds, or York occasionally Garth and Leeds. So coming round here leaving Church Fenton so slowly is just very weird, and I realise that I'm full powering up towards a red signal. I'm not. There we go, it's gone yellow. That 185 will be out of our way before the next signal anyway, won't it? So there we go. We've actually not got any time constraints. Apart from cross gates, we need to be there before 13:50. So we're going to have to drive like a bat out of hell to make that, probably. Knowing the timings and what they're like. Quite tight round here, because obviously with your stopping stuff, if you're ever so slightly delayed, you've got an express train right behind you, chomping at your heels. Because of course, don't forget, on this section in 2018, there was the 5 Transpennines an hour, because obviously there's 6 over the Pennines, but then you've got your stoppers that TPE took over in 2018. So between York and Leeds, you've got 4 TPs an hour, so 2 Newcastles, 1 Scarborough, 1 Middlesbrough at the time. But don't forget, just before Micklefield, we join on with the Hull services, so that's 5 an hour. Then you've got your cross-country every hour, and I think in 2018, did they have 2 Northern services an hour, or just 1 on the stopper? So this is a lot of trains over not a lot of track. So it's really, really important on the stopping stuff that you keep moving, and you keep moving as quick as you can. Which again is why I find it quite puzzling that at Church Fenton it's 15 mile an hour out of the doodah, out of the station. Very weird, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. We're motoring along. Look at that, just following the yellows really, aren't we? I mean, every time I come to these signals, there we go, that's gone to a double yellow. Every time I come to these, they could be, they could be red, and I'm just motoring along. This is not how you would drive a train in real life. I wouldn't have thought so anyway, just flooring it. Terrible, terrible. Look at that, we're absolutely motoring along again. This 150's a good one, isn't it? It's a bit weird because you're able to do 90 down here, obviously, and we're not able to do 90. We can only do 75, which is probably why a lot of the time. I mean, now there's a lot of 195s up and down here, and the York to Leeds stoppers used to be 158s, with the occasional 144 that used to lurk in, and 142. Only in very early mornings or late evenings, I think, just to bring them down from York to Neville Hill. Yeah, there's a lot of 142s and 144s that used to get on the Selby line. 155s as well up there. Ooh, exciting stuff. But yeah, most of these used to be 158s back in the day. I mean, 2018 there'll be 158s now as well. I don't quite know why we've got a 150/1 on here. It's a little bit bizarre, isn't it, really? Right, well, we're coming up alongside there. You can see that's the Hull Selby line. There's a bridge there, which will join us in just a moment. And we're stopping at Micklefield, so we're going to have to get some brakes on. Coming in rather quick, but like I say, we've got a timetable to run, haven't we? Might have to have a bit of full service here. I think I've just misjudged it ever so slightly. Oh, look at that. Perfect. I mean, we're not a long unit, are we? So we'll ease off here. There's no stop car markers, so technically we should probably go to the end of the platform, shouldn't we? But it's fine. There we go. Doors are opening. That'll do. It's an acceptable stop if ever I saw one. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a brilliant stop, but it's an acceptable stop. You know, we're happy enough. Oh, time to go. Off we go. Full steam ahead. Next stop, East Garth, one of the most pointless stations on the network. East Garth and Garth, you can literally see one from the other. Like, why not just knock them down and make Garth Central? I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for it. But, ooh, what's this coming the other way? There's something coming. Looks like a 158 to me. It is a 158, possibly. Yes. Oh, that's a 158 every day of the week. Is it a 3 car in the new refurbished Northern livery? It is. Oh, look at that. Brilliant. And of course it's got the old pink blobs, because I don't know if you've noticed, but since Arriva fell out of love with the franchise and the Department for Transport took it over, the coloured ends at the front, I hadn't even noticed this, but the coloured ends at the front have changed colour. They're ever so slightly different. Now, I bet you'd not noticed that until I told you, but yeah, next time, have a look at the ends at the front. So on the one that we've just gone past, it's got pink and like turquoisey green, whereas now they've got orange yellow on them. Oh, bit of foliage in the line there. Hell, full on. Oh yeah, I need to turn that thing off, don't I, in the settings. Flipping heck. Yeah, there's a way you can stop that from happening somehow. Can I do it in here? Options. No. Never mind. It doesn't matter, does it? They could do with getting the treatment train down here, do a bit of de-weeding. God, look at it. Railway's falling to bits. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Let's have a bit of step 2 braking. We'll just kind of flick, won't we, between the step 2 and the step 1. Can you just stand back, please, sir? Thank you. Oh, it does look good, doesn't it? I love this Harrogate Loop. I've always loved it. I think between York and Leeds, it really does such a good job of recreating this section of the network. There we go. Doors are opening. Take the throttle off. Not the throttle, the reverser. I mean, look how luscious and green it is. It really is pretty. We'll have a doodah. There we go. Come on, guard, get them doors shut. It's time to go. Full steam ahead. Garth, your next stop. You'll see this. I mean, I say you can see one from the other, you can't, but it's half a mile, just under half a mile. You can see it appearing there. Look, 0.46 to Garth. Like, literally, that's the end of the car park there. Alright, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bit further on. No, it quite literally is the end of the car park. How stupid. Yeah, it's not the end of the car park, but there's a road there. There you go. It just would make sense, wouldn't it? And between the two, straight. You see? You could have a straight platform rather than 2 curved platforms. I do like Garth Station though. I like this old bridge. It's so picturesque. Oh, look at that. We can even get a photo of us under the bridge. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. There's a lot of photos of this scenario, isn't there? I'll have to send them to Magic Toad, so if he's not already put them on the website, or his website, should I say, he'll be able to use these. Right, next stop, Crossgates. It's a good job we've been driving as we are, because currently we're expected in at 13:49, and we're due there at 13:50, so we're pretty much perfect. Pretty perfect in every way. Leaving Garth at any moment now. You'll see the M1 just over there. Don't know if you can see it just through the trees. That's going to go over our head, which going the other way, that's how I usually, that's my breaking point when I'm on Train Simulator for Garth Station. When you go under the M1. Oh, what's this? This looks 185-ish. 185-esque. Yeah, there we go. That'll be on a Hull service, no doubt. Or maybe Newcastle. I didn't quite catch what he said on the front. We'll never know. Oh, the foliage is here again. Flipping heck. Yeah, I need to sort that out, don't I? Sorry. There we go. M1 going over the top there. Driven over there many a time when I used to commute to York. I used to live in Huddersfield. It was a flipping long commute, I tell you that now. We've got, is that a whistle board coming up on the old doodah at the bottom? The screen telling us where we're going. Ah, yes, there we go. Here it is. Give him a nice blast on the horn. Not forgetting to cancel the DSD. Of course, this is a building site in Train Simulator, but actually here there's a load of brand new houses now. They look actually quite nice. I do like the look of them, to be fair. I'd like to live in the ones next to the railway, so you could just see trains whistling past at all hours of the day. Actually, no, because if you fall out with some of your colleagues, they might throw things at your house. They'll know where you live. Oh, hang on, we're speeding. 1 in 160 hill here. Have a bit more braking so we actually stop at the station. That's it's always good when we stop at the stations. And of course, Crossgates, the lines do part. We're coming in way too quick here, aren't we? Bit of full service. There we go, that's better. We'll take it down to 30 and then maybe notch 2 from 30. There we go. Now it looks like that was completely planned. And we're actually arriving a minute early. Look at that. Yeah, I imagine it'd be so much more useful if there was some through lines here, because normally when the Northerns are getting to Leeds, you've got a Transpennine hot on your heels by this point, because with the best will in the world, the express stuff does catch the stopper. The stopper doesn't always run bang to time. It might lose 2 or 3 minutes. You know, it's easy to do. And here it would be great to have 2 loops so that you could overtake northbound and southbound. You know, it'd be really, really useful. So you could sit here and another train could come flying past you. I mean, the platforms are far enough apart for them to do it. They just need to do it, don't they? Hey, dearie me. I'd like to know what this red flashing sign is down here. Can't quite make up its mind what side of that fence it wants to be on, can it? Right, where are we now? 1351. Yep. Oh, we're actually leaving at 13:52. Right, oh, well, we've arrived very early then. Flipping heck. Hey, dear oh dearie me. We'll hide that, and there's nothing even coming through at the other side for us to see, is there? One of ours that we used to have when you got here, you'd be stood on the platform with your train, and a 185 would come sailing through the other way, and it looked like it was going so fast. I mean, it's what, 90 through here? Yeah, it's 90. So I suppose in a way it was going really fast, but you know, when you just stood on the platform and it comes effortlessly sailing past you, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, are we nearly ready to go? Come on, we'll pop you in forward. There we go. No late runners, that'll do. This guard's not in a rush, is he? There we go. Right, next stop Leeds. 4.5 miles, just less than. Of course, we've got to go past Neville Hill yet, haven't we? Before we can get to Leeds. They're not the quickest of things, are they, the 150s? I guess they're not particularly aerodynamic, having a completely flat front. Bless them. I do like the 150s. Like I say, I've got a lot of time for 150s. I don't think they're the nicest to travel on, but just to look at, you know, it's a good-looking train, isn't it, that? It's very square, very boxy. But it does the job, you know, and my dad always used to describe them as typical commuter trains. You know, oh, it's just a typical commuter train, that one. Because of the door layout as well. I used to think they looked really good in the regional railways livery. Ooh, what's this coming the other way? Is this the this is the B train? Look at that! It's the 185 that had the Manchester B in the City advert on. Somebody on the bridge, look. Waving at trains. There we go, we'll get up to 70 and then we'll have a little bit of braking. Step 1, I think, just to bring us back down to 55. We've got about just over half a mile. Just over half a mile to bring us back down. Lovely. There we go, we've got Neville Hill on the right hand side there. You often see a Class 91 parked up there. Well, Hitachi's now. Back in this day, we would have seen 91s parked up there. And I think, is that the train wash? They used to drive them through and then scoot them back through. Lovely. Got the freight yard on the left hand side here. And there is meant to be a couple of Brad Harding's 333 repaints in here, but I don't have the 333 reskin. You know, it's a 365, isn't it, that's reskinned into a 333. I don't have it, so there's none of them in there, but there is a 321, a 153 by the looks of things. I remember the days. You don't see any of them, do you? 153, 321. You just don't see any of them. 321s and 322s, of course, they've gone down south to Greater Anglia. It's weird seeing a train like in a 12-car DOO service. Oh, another 185. A 12-car DOO formation down at Greater Anglia, thinking I've worked that middle one. Very, very weird. Very weird indeed. Oh, hang on. So we're coming through into Richmond Tunnel here, but for some reason it looks like the tunnel's collapsed. I don't know why that's happened. Dear oh dear me. Right, well, just brace yourselves, everybody, because we're going to crash into this mound of earth in the middle of Richmond Tunnel. Now, normally, when we crash into these mounds of earth, you pop out the other side and there's no problem. But just in case the train decides to throw itself up in the air, if you could just put your head between your knees and brace for impact. Oh dear me. I do love it how Train Simulator still has the ability to chuck us a complete and utter curveball. There we go. Oh, through Richmond Tunnel. I bet if I nip outside the train, I bet there's a bit like that here as well. There we go. Yeah, there is. For some reason... Oh, hang on. We're going too fast. Too focused on the tunnel. There we go. There we go. Coming over into Leeds now. The building that I think looks like that big James Bond building off Skyfall. You know where M stands at the top? It says something like, oh good lord, what have I done? Or something along those... I can't remember the exact dialogue, but yeah, big building out of James Bond. I don't think it actually is. I think it's meant to be the MI5 or the MI6 offices. Here we go. Well, ooh, 153 coming the other way, or a 155 even. Oh no, it's two 153s with a 156 on the end. Fantastic! Look at that. Oh, brilliant. Just in time as well, because it looks like it's going to absolutely throw it down in just a few moments. That sky's gone really grey, hasn't it? Right, here we go. So we're coming into platform 11B at Leeds, so that's on the right-hand side here. We're going to go down, is it the middle road that we're going down? We are, and then we're going to cross onto the right-hand side. Oh, brilliant. Well, that brings us to the end of our video. Is that 321 down there? It is on platform 15. We've got a 158 in here, another 158 down there, and I don't know what you are down there. Is that East Midlands? No, of course it's not. It might be. Oh, no, it's East Coast. You can see it's East Coast there. Oh, lovely. Or Virgin Trains East Coast, or LNER, it's one or the other. But yeah, here we are in Leeds. This is where our video will finish today. I really do hope that you've enjoyed that. I most certainly did. I enjoyed driving the stopping service. Makes a nice change of pace, because like I say, usually we're on the Express. If you did enjoy it, please do make sure that you show your appreciation by clicking the like button. It's always appreciated by myself. And if you haven't already and you're enjoying my train sim content, why not subscribe so you don't miss out on any future things. There we go, that is Leeds Station, York to Leeds in the First Great Western / Northern 150/1. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.